All right, everybody, welcome back to the 27 Flavors of Fulfillment International live webcast. This is your host, Nathan Crane, and we have Laura Fox here joining us as a co-host, and our wonderful guest, Danielle Mackinnon, who flew all the way from Boston.
Yes.
And she's been staying here at the ranch at PH Miracle Center, and we've just been having a ton of fun today. The day is flying. It's already 3 o'clock Pacific time. We're going all the way until about 7 p.m. I've been at this since about 8 a.m. here, getting things rolling. And, man, I could do that. I could just keep going. It's like we're talking about living a fulfilling life, and it's right. When you're doing what you enjoy to do, it doesn't feel like work. Right? And that's kind of the underlying theme about living fulfilled. So your chapter in the book is amazing, and the work that you're doing in the world is truly phenomenal, and I think it's really impacting a lot of people's lives. And, you know, Danielle is really, she's a sole contract consultant, which is, I don't know if you're the only, I don't know if you're the, you might be the only one on the planet at this point.
It's me.
And she is an intuitive, and she really assists you in revealing the beauty of your soul. And, you know, that's so amazing. So the chapter in the book is 5 soul contracts you want to master and how to start doing it. So I knew you two would connect right off the bat.
Oh, we've been basically a nonstop giggle fest since last night, since we met.
My stomach hurts.
That's from laughing so much. We're getting sick now.
Oh, that wasn't from the Yoga Yoga?
Oh. I told her when we were going this morning, get ready.
Dr. Young, you got to come to the ranch just to experience him doing the shimmy.
Yeah. And the pelvic thrust.
The pelvic thrust.
Yeah.
Oh my God, those are the best. Yeah.
You didn't see. Oh, really? He really was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think when I was there the morning before.
Oh, you saw it? To the house music.
The house music.
house
Yeah, we
music,
had a live DJ. It was actually his son, and it was like we're bouncing on these jumpers and just getting the blood flowing, lymphatic system going, and just having
smiling,
fun.
Laughing.
It's all part of living a fulfilled life.
And Laura was dancing during it because you could see yourself in the mirror.
I know, it's fun to be able to actually see what you're doing when you're it's like, oh, can I do this while I'm on the trampoline? Yeah, it was fun.
I was actually there this morning before anybody got there in my underwear at 7 a.m. and I was bouncing from trampoline to trampoline.
Oh,
I got the idea
nice.
yesterday from Dr. Young, and I started. Don't tell him I was in my underwear, okay? But I just went and I was like, I got to do this for anybody else gets here. It was fun.
Funny. I was wondering where you were. Like, were you off doing your insanity workout during the?
I went there from 7 to about 7:30, 7:45. Yeah, I heard Dr. Young came in as I was leaving. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was fun.
You can tell we've been having a little bit of fun here at the launch party for 27 Flavors of Fulfillment.
27.
Sorry.
Awesome. So over in Boston,
Hmm.
the work that you've been doing, I know you really help people. I mean, what do you help people do, actually?
So I work with a lot of people one-on-one, and when they come to me, they usually come to me because they feel like something is wrong, something is broken, they have a block, they can't find love, they can't make money, and since I'm psychic, they think they're coming to me so I can say, in 3 weeks, you're going to meet the love of your life. And I'm so not going to do that. because these people come to me, they think they're broken. How many people, I mean, you see it every day. People think they're broken. They think something's wrong with them. And my work is about using soul contracts, are things that we take on, they're energies that we take on that make us believe that we are broken. That we have something to overcome, that we have something we must do in order to become whole. So the work that I do is about helping people find what those soul contracts are, understand them, master them, and release them so they can see the light that's within every single one of us. Right. And it's work that I've done for other people, and I do it for myself as well, even to the point where recently I realized, oh, I got one, I got another one, I got to work on this one. But I had been working for years not realizing this one had been affecting me until like last November, and then I had to apply my whole process to that and dig it out and understand it.
And so what exactly is a soul contract?
It's
for people that haven't read the book yet or dived into your work.
It's an energetic agreement that we make. So the soul contracts in 27 flavors. The soul contracts in 27 flavors are lifetime soul contracts. So they're soul contracts that we make during this life or past life, in which we say, oh, I feel like I'm not a good person, so I am going to prove to everybody that I'm a good person. And that's the soul contract. I'm going to prove to everybody that I can take care of everyone else, and then I'll be loved because I don't think I'm lovable. So it starts with this kind of seed emotion or belief that I'm not lovable, I'm not good, I'm whatever it is. And then the soul contract is put in place by you to compensate for that. And we don't realize that we do it. You know, I mean, a lot. I think the theme lately has been somebody who, as a child, experienced some type of abandonment, a parent who wasn't there, and then as a result, the child said, well, I'm going to do everything, I'm going to be the best that I can be. And then they, in trying to be the best they can be, they take on these soul contracts that say, I have to be number one, I have to be the cutting edge person, and then they end up with a lot of stress, and they end up not happy in their life because they're still holding this vibration of I'm not good enough, or
they're doing
to
it
be
out
loved.
of that, right? They're doing it out of a desire to be loved or feel as if they could possibly be loved, rather than from their joy, which is kind of what a lot of the theme has been. It's like be in your joy, and you'll find happiness. So
and they don't realize, people don't realize that they have this kind of seed thought or belief, you know, I'm not good enough, or I'm not lovable. But as soon as it's in there, you feel it, and it vibrates out wherever you go. So the soul contracts in the book are some of these soul contracts that people have taken on, some of the more common ones that people have taken on that I see really all the time. I mean, giving of yourself, martyring yourself for other people in order to receive love. And I meet people who say, but that's who I am, I'm a giver, you know, and that's what I do, and that's what makes me a good person. It's not what makes you a good person.
It's a belief, and it's a construct, and like you said, a contract that needs to be rewritten in order to really find out what it is that you're wanting to do and be in life.
And I wouldn't even say rewritten. I would say find it, understand it, master it, and then you can release it and the underlying belief that's holding it in place.
And so when you master a soul contract, what does that mean exactly?
That means that you're finally, so there are a lot of people who are like, all right, let's look at the idea of martyrdom, where they are, I'm so hot. Are you guys hot? Oh my God.
It's a little warm in here. We can turn up the AC a little bit.
If we look at martyrdom, and someone says, well, no, I have to give, that, like a woman and a husband, and the woman's in a relationship with a husband, and she says, I have to give to him because that's what our relationship is, that's what's expected of me. Until, now she can come to a place where she goes, wait, maybe I should not give as much because he's not having to give very much back. But until she takes that from the intellectual understanding to the embodiment of that understanding, which is where she's not feeling guilty about giving less, where she truly can take that action without being like, oh, this is so hard to do. That's the embodiment, and that's what, when you reach that phase, that's the release.
I guess there's a really subtle line about what you're talking about, because there's the line of giving because you feel that it's a wonderful thing to do for humanity, and you feel that it's just, you know, that's a fulfilling thing, and it's a beautiful part of life, one of the laws of the universe. And right on the other side of that line, I can see what you're talking about, which is where maybe many people experience they have to give just so that they can feel love.
As if, you know,
rather than giving from the place of fulfillment, it's giving with expectation.
So it's just giving as if they're half, and the giving will create the whole.
Right.
You know, it's really the intention behind
and so it does create a sort of level of I wouldn't call it fulfillment, but maybe happiness or joy, but it's not lasting, right?
It usually ends up with guilt too.
It's kind of like a drug where it brings you up and then you have a crash on the other side.
It's almost like an addiction.
Yeah.
You always have to give then to feel okay.
Right.
You know, it's the same thing where somebody's looking for security in their life, and so they feel like, well, I'm going to make the most amount of money I can in order to have security. They're never going to feel safe. That soul contract is going to tell them you're only safe if you make the money.
It's kind of like we were talking about with the happiness guy, too. Similar ideas. Like, just go ahead and be happy.
Just be happy,
But these soul contracts, they hang there, and people don't realize that they're being driven by a soul contract. They think I'm giving, or I'm making this money, or I'm looking for this love because this is what I want. They don't realize they're coming from this kind of seed energy.
And it has a certain amount of control energy behind it too, but we're not aware that we're being controlling until you bust yourself on this fun little pattern. I mean, I've done this kind of work myself too. I've been busted a few times. But it's such a relief to finally get. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe I was doing that to myself. Was I really doing that? Oh, I really was. Okay. How would it feel to not do that anymore?
So soul contracts is a, I mean, that's the name of your work, right? I've never heard anybody else call, I think you have 5 of them. Is there 5?
Oh, there's 9 million.
Oh, 9 million. Okay, but you talk about
9
5
million and 1.
You talk about the main ones, like the core ones in the book.
Yes, I came up with the common ones, like the ones that most people are going to relate to.
Universal.
Yeah.
So do you know all 9 million? Have you written all 9 million?
Definitely. I got it. I got it. Yeah. Well, actually, in fact, there's so many. When I'm working with clients, I find new ones all the time. Yeah. Like, wow, look what you created that you had to do.
Yeah.
And people are very sneaky. They will try to hide their soul contracts from themselves, so you really have to do some digging.
Because the reason the soul contract was there in the first place is because we made a decision about what something meant, that we were not lovable or not good enough, and what we needed to do to make up for that. And,
exactly. Yeah, we've got William Linville here joining us, and he's going to be tuning in here in just a second. But, go ahead. You were on a
thought? Gone. It's gone. William Linville. It's gone. No, what I was going to say was when we make the decision, we're making it when we're in a lower vibration and negative state. We're in, so we're digging ourselves a hole. It's a lesson we need to learn, but we're not connected. We're not connected to source at that time. So it's the kind of creating a longer, we could call it the long cut, the long route.
Right.
Doing it, but we still end up learning the lesson.
Well, Danielle is going to also be one of the guest master teachers on Panacea Life School, and her work is really wonderful. She also, while a big part of her work, a core of it, is really helping people, she also works with animals too, which is I saw whenever the cat or the dog comes by, like you have a special connection with them. That's sweet.
Well, the cat was drinking everybody's drink.
And they come right up to you, and there's just that.
Yes.
So, your work is amazing. Again, the title of her chapter is 5 Soul Contracts You Want to Master and How to Start Doing It.
In 27 flavors,
yes. And you can pick up your copy today at 27flavors.net or just click the link below. And Danielle, we will be having you back on as guest master teacher very soon. So thanks for coming all the way from Boston. Thanks for sharing. I wish we had more time here today.
It's all good.
It's fun, and we've had a lot of fun so far. So
thank you.
All right.
All right. Thank you.